So, chalo everybody, let's continue our discussion. So, if you see in the last two sessions, we were discussing simple interest and compound interest. So, if you see, we were discussing compound interest. In today's session, let us try completing this compound interest. So, in the next session, we can start with annuity. So, first, if you see, my dear friends, in compound interest, when you are calculating interest, you calculate it on both principal as well as outstanding interest, right? So if you see a simple formula, how will you calculate accumulated amount? P into 1 plus I whole power n. How will you calculate 1 plus I whole power n? 1 plus I into 1 equal to symbol n times. You'll get 1 plus I whole power n. Alternatively, if you want, you can do it in the calculator also. Now, the same, the same sum what is there, if you wish to, you can write in the calculator. Now, how can you do in the calculator? In calculator, it is quite simple. Principal is 10,000. In our example, principal is 10,000. Rate of interest is 10% for 3 years. So directly I'll do plus 10%, plus 10%, plus 10%. So principal plus R% plus R% plus R% n times. That will also give you the answer. Okay. Either you apply the formula or use a calculator. But better thing is to use the formula itself rather than using the calculator. You're having 3-4 years, then it's fine. But more than 3-4 years, it's better to use the formula itself. Next, we have seen compound interest. How will you get the compound interest? Accumulated amount minus principal. P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1. Next. So I said you, if principal is given, we'll simply do into 1 plus I whole power n to get accumulated amount. If accumulated amount is given, I'll divide by 1 plus I whole power n to get principal, right? Next. So if you want to do in calculator, how will you do? Accumulated amount divided by 1 plus I equal to symbol n times. You are going to get the principal, right? So next after this, if you see, we have seen how to do if multiple rates are given. If multiple rates are given, what you'll do, my dear friends? Simply you'll go ahead, you'll take the amount, you'll add the rates to get the answer. Simple. Next. After this, I said you when R is missing, how to do? How will you do? Mostly either you'll do option verification or you can do normal solving. That's totally your choice, how you wish to like to do. Now, so I hope till this we have done in the previous session. So if you see question number 12 to question number 19, we have completed. Now, let's proceed, my dear friends. Let's start 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so if you see in the sequence of sums of what we are doing, I have done first those sums where accumulated amount was missing. Next, I have done those sums where principal was missing. Next, I have done those sums where rate of interest was missing. Now, I'll do those sums where time period is missing. Simple. Let's do those sums where time period is missing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Now, let's do my difference. Now, question number 4. The time by which a sum of money will double itself at 5% per annum compound interest. Now, let's go for the second concept now. Let's go with the next concept, sorry. Time period missing sums. Time period missing sums. Now, let me open the material. So, my dear friends, let us see this question number 4. He's telling the time by which a sum of money will double itself at 5% per annum. The time by which a sum of money doubles itself at 5% per annum. Okay, principal is X. Or else you can take principal as 1 rupee. Why you want to take X? Always remembering your X. Accumulated amount is equals to 2. Principal is 1. Accumulated amount is equals to 2. Sir, what is the rate of interest? The rate of interest is equals to 5%. R is equal to 5%. So I will be equal to 0.05. R by 100, which is 0.05. So let's apply accumulated amount is equals to P into 1 plus I whole power n. 2 is equals to 1 into 1.05 whole power n. So I'll simply write 2 is equals to 1.05 whole power n. Okay. Now I need to calculate the value of n. Now, how will I calculate the value of n? Either you can use a calculator technique or either you can use apply log on both sides or you can use a simple trick what I tell. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, 3 methods are there to solve this. Now, what I'll first tell you to do option verification. If you see, my dear friends, option A is given as 10 years. Option B is given as 12 years. Option C is given as 14.2 years. Option D is given as none. Now, first, let us go ahead and let us try to do option verification. Simply what you'll do, take a calculator in your hand, take 1.05 in the calculator into 1. Now, option A, 1.05 into 1 equal to symbol 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you getting 2? Unfortunately, no, you are getting only 1.62. So option A can't be the answer. Let's do option B. 1.05 into 1 equal to symbol 12 times. Are you getting 2? No, sir, we are getting 1.79. So unfortunately, this is also not the answer. Next, 1.05 into 1 equal to 14 times. What you are getting? You are getting 1.979. 15 times you are getting 2. At 14 times you are getting 1.97. At 15 times you are getting 2. Means I'll say answer lies in between 14 and 15 years. So what is the answer, my dear friends? Answer is option C. This is how you will do option verification. Sir, what about logs? I'll simply do apply log on both sides. Apply log on both sides. We know this formula, right? Log A power m is supposed to be m log A. Log A power m will be equals to m log A. So I'll write log 2 is equals to log 1.05 whole power n. So log 2 is equals to n log 1.05. Now simply let us do cross multiplication. Log 2 divided by log 1.05 is equals to n. Sir, how will you do this in the calculator, sir? First, I'll calculate numerator. What is numerator? How will I calculate log value? 2 under root 19 times minus 1. Then I'll go ahead and I'll do denominator. 1.05 under root 19 times minus 1. Okay, I can write down this value and I can do. Be careful, don't press the equal to symbol. Now, if you want, I'll show you how to do this in the calculator. See here once. You can understand more clearly once you see how to do it in the calculator. Let me remove this blur background. Yes. Now, if you see what is there for us to calculate, this I need to calculate 2 under root 19 times minus 1 divided by 1.05 under root 19 times minus 1. Okay, let me show you. Let me keep the full screen. Top share. Yeah. Now, let me show it to you. So I am going to show you this one. There is that, yeah, 2 under root 19 times minus 1 divided by 1.05 under root 19 times minus 1. First, I'll do denominator. Using that, I'll do numerator. First, let me do the denominator. So see how I'm going to do the denominator first. So 1.05 under root 19 times. 1.05 under root 19 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Minus 1, m plus. Now let me do the numerator. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Minus 1 divided by MRC equals to. So how much we got? Exact 14.2 we got? Yes, sir. Exact 14.2 we got. Fine. It's a simple to do? Yes, sir. Simple to do. So if you want to revise it once again, go back and I hope you can do that by going back. Now let me proceed, my dear friends. Let me share the screen. Now, so simply you got the answer. So what is the answer? Answer is 14.2 years. Okay. Now, or else you can use one more shortcut. I said you three ways. First way is option verification. First way is option verification. Next one is apply log on both sides. Now, third way, it's a shortcut. What I'll tell you, this shortcut can be applied only when it is doubling. You can apply only when it is doubling. Only when it is doubling, you can apply this shortcut. If not, you can't apply this shortcut. Answer will be simply 71 divided by R will be equals to T. Okay, you can apply it for any doubling. 71 rule. This is called a thumb rule of 71. So what is 71 by R? You will simply do 71 divided by 5. What is 71 divided by 5%? That is 71 divided by 5 you do. Don't press percentage. 71 divided by 5 will give you 14.2 years. So I hope question number 4 is fine, my dear friends. The number of years it takes for a money to double itself is 71 divided by R. Okay. And again, it will not give you the exact answer. It will just give you the approximate answer. Approximate answer. Okay. So I hope question number 4 is clear. Let's proceed to the next one. Next, question number 5. A sum of 4,000 invested by a person in an account that pays 6% interest compounded annually. If it yields a sum of 5353 after a number of years, determine the number of years for which the sum was invested. Now, for this sum, all methods I'll not tell you. I'll tell you only 1-2 methods. Okay, let's use only option verification. I'll do. Using option verification, we'll easily get the answer. So if you see, let us look into this question number 5. So what is telling in question number 5? So let's look question number 5. Is simply telling the sum of 4,000, a sum of 4,000, principal 4,000 is invested by a person in an account that pays 6% interest compounded annually if it yields an accumulated amount of 5353. Now, I'm having 4 options. Option A is 8%. Sorry, option A is 8 years. Option B is 5 years. Option C, 10 years. Option D, 7 years. So let's check, my dear friends. Now, the formula is simple. Accumulated amount is equals to P into 1 plus I whole power n. So 5353 is equals to 4,000 into R is equal to 6%. So I is equal to R by 100. 1.06 whole power n. Let us do cross multiplication. 5353 divided by 4,000. You will get 1.33825 is equal to 1.06 whole power n. Now this n what is there, let us go ahead and let us substitute from options and let's check what we'll get. First, let's substitute option B. What is option B? 1.06 whole power 5. 1.06 into 1 equal to 5 times. Option B, I'm getting 1.33822. So what is the answer, my dear friends? Option B. Sir, you know the answer? Yeah, I know the answer directly, so I'm substituting it. So 1 point, if you want, you can check option A also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You will get 1.59. So I'll say by options, I can say 1.06 whole power 5 is equals to 1.33825. Simply by options, you may not get last 1-2 decimals may change, but it's absolutely fine. There is no issue. Now let's go for the next one. Now, 6th one is important. The time by which a sum of money is 8 times by itself, if it doubles in 15 years. The time by which a sum of money becomes 8 times by itself if it doubles in 15 years. Okay. I'll tell you the shortcut also for this. Question number 6. So what is telling in question number 6? The time by which a sum of money is 8 times to itself is telling principal is equal to X, accumulated amount is equals to 8. The time by which a sum of money becomes 8 times to itself, it doubles in 15 years. To keep principal as X, it will become accumulated amount 2X in 15 years. He's asking you to solve this. My dear friends, if you want to solve compound interest, what all you require principal, interest, time period. If you see in this yellow shaded part, time period is missing and even rate of interest is also missing. Time period is missing, rate of interest is missing. Both are missing, unfortunately. So what I'll do, I will take the same, this point I'll take. Using this, I'll calculate rate of interest. This rate of interest, what I got, I'll simply go ahead and I'll substitute here. Chalo, so let's start. So accumulated amount is equals to P into 1 plus I whole power n. So 2x is equal to x into 1 plus I whole power 15. X cancel. 2 is equal to 1 plus I whole power 15. So 2 power 1 by 15 is equal to 1 plus I. Okay, next. Now, in this case, let us take accumulated amount 8x. This is accumulated amount is equals to P into 1 plus I whole power n. 8x is equal to x into 1 plus I whole power n. X cancel. 8 is equals to, what is 1 plus I, my dear friends? 1 plus I is 2 power 1 by 15. So 2 power 1 by 15 into n. So 8, can I write it as 2 cube is equals to 2 power n by 15. Now bases are equal, powers can be equated. 3 is equal to n by 15. So cross multiplication, 45 is equals to n. So how many years it will take the money to become 8 times? 45 years. Simple, my dear friends. Let me explain you the trick here. Now, what is the trick? What I'll use? He is telling it will double in how many years? 15 years. It will double itself in how many years? 15 years. He's telling in how many years it's going to become triple. Sorry, it doubles itself in 15 years. In how many years it's going to become 8 times? How many years it's going to become 8 times? Now, simply what you do, this 8, what is there, you convert it in terms of doubling. That is, double means 2, right? Convert 8 in terms of 2. How can I convert, sir? I'll simply write 2 into 3. 2 power 3. So what is the answer, my dear friend? Answer is 15 into 3, 45 years. What is telling? Is telling it will double in 15 years. And how many years it will take to become 8 times? 8 I'm writing in terms of double. 8 I'm writing in terms of 2. 2 cube. So 3 into 5, 15 years. So I hope it was simple. There was nothing much difficulty. Now, let me give you a similar question. Previous year examination question this is. Just see if you can try solving it. Example is telling some doubles in 4 years. Some doubles in 4 years. How many years it takes to become 32 times? Simple. I'll apply the shortcut what I taught you just now. He's telling it will double. Double means 2 times. In how many years? 4 years. He's telling how many years it will take to become 32 times. Simply express 32 in terms of double 2. That is 2 power 5. So what is 5 into 4, my dear friends? 5 into 4 is 20 years. Okay. I said you how to do normally. I said you how to do using trick as well. Okay. This question, what I said you, it's the most repeated question of institute. Many times they have asked in the examination. Okay. Next. Now, 4th is completed, 5th is completed, 6th is completed. Now, let's go for question number 7. The population of a town increases every year by 2% of the population at the beginning of the year. The number of years by which total increase of a population will be 40%. Now, he's telling the time by which the population increases by 40%. Let's take an example and let's solve. Question number 7. Let us take initial population be 1 rupee. He is telling it will increase by 40%. So what is 1 plus 40%? 1.4. Rate of interest is given as 2. Rate of interest is given as 2%. Yes, sir. Rate of interest is given as 2%. He is asking you to calculate time period. Okay. So, my dear friends, we know accumulated amount is equal to P into 1 plus I whole power n. So, 1.4 is equals to 1 into R is 2%. So, I will be 0.02. 1.02 whole power. So, 1.4 is equal to 1.02 whole power n. Now, let's check in the calculator. First, take 1.02 in the calculator into 1. Now, take 1.02 into 1. Start pressing equal to till you get 1.4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So, it's 17. At 17, you are getting 1.40. So, I will say at 17, 1.4 is equals to 1.02 whole power 17. So where you are going ahead and you are getting answer, my dear friends, for 17 years you are getting answer. So simply I'll say n is equal to 17 years. Either you can check with the options or do in the calculator or apply log on both sides. Anyway, what keeps you comfortable. Okay. Now, let's proceed further. Question number 8. The annual birth and death rates per 1,000 people are 39.4 and 19.4. Wow, people taking birth, the people dying. Crazy people. The number of years in which the population will be doubled. Assuming that there is no immigration or immigration. Sir, what is this immigration or immigration? Immigration means nobody are coming to town. Immigration means nobody are leaving the town. कोई नहीं आ रहा है, कोई नहीं जा रहा है. ऐसा तेरा जीवन में हो रहा है. Okay, no new friends are coming, no old friends are going. The same way here also. So question number 8. Now see what is telling the annual birth rates. The annual birth rate is 39.4. Well, annual death rate is 19.4. So how many people are alive? Obviously, sir, 20 people are alive every time. So if you see, he gave 1,000 people. In 1,000 people, 20 people are alive. If I compute R percentage, if I calculate percentage of being alive, 20 divided by 1,000 into 100. Percentage of being alive, 20 divided by 1,000 into 100, which is simply equals to 2%. So every year, my dear friends, how many people are alive? 2% people are alive. Now his telling principal is 1. It is going to become double. In how many years it's going to be double? Rate of interest is 2%. N is missing. Simply let's do. Accumulated amount is equals to P into 1 plus I whole power n. 2 is equals to 1 into 1.02 whole power n. Now again check in the calculator. Take 1.02 in the calculator. Into 1. Press go on press equal to till you get 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. At 35, you are getting 1.9999. That's nothing but at 35, you are getting the answer as 2. So 2 is equals to 1.02 whole power 35. Therefore, the value of n is equals to 35 years. Sir, I don't want to do all these things. I want the exact answer. Simply do one thing. Apply log on both sides. You'll get. You are scared. There's nothing to be scared. Simple sum. 35 years. Fine, everybody. I hope it was very, very simple. Compound interest. There was nothing much difficulty in compound interest. We have seen rate calculation. We have seen time calculation. We have seen how to solve if multiple rates are given. Right? Now, before proceeding to depreciation, question number 1 and 2 are pending. Let's complete question number 1 and 2. Question number 1, I'll do it in the calculator itself. Principal is 10,000. Rate of interest is 5%. Time period is 4 years. What is the amount and compound interest? Now, what will be accumulated amount, my dear friends? P into 1 plus I whole power n. So 1000 into 1.05 whole power 4. First, complete what is there in the bracket. 1.05 into 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 into 1000. So it will be 1215.50. Principal is 1000, accumulated amount is 1215. So my dear friends, can I say compound interest will be 215.50. Simple. What is the answer? Option A is the answer. Sir, can I do it in the calculator? Obviously, my dear friend, you can do it in the calculator also. Who stopped you? I'll show you how to do in the calculator. I said you one calculator method right earlier. You can use the same method to you. Let me remove the blur. The blur is gone. I can remove it, sir. Okay. See here, I'll do it in the calculator. You can simply do take 1000 in the calculator plus 5% one time, 5% second time, 5% third time, 5% fourth time. You got the same answer 1215.50. Obviously, sir, you'll get the same answer 1215.50. So what I am doing once again 1000 plus 5% one time plus 5% two times, 5% three times, 5% four times, 1215.50. Okay. So I hope all these points are clear, my dear friends. Simple, sir. There's nothing much difficulty. So question number 1 was very simple, sir. There is no difficulty only in question number 1. You use using formula, you use using calculator, any way which you are comfortable, do that. But get the answer. Don't sleep in the exam. Question number 2. The compound interest on 2480 at 6.25% per annum for 2 years and 73 days. What nonsense is this 73 days is telling? Okay, let's do, yeah. Why to be fat? Let's do this. We'll complete compound interest. Our compounding times, effective rate of interest, all those things are still there. Let me do it here. This is your question number 2. He's telling principal is 2480. Rate of interest is 6.25%. Okay. Now see here, how will I do? This is a bit variety sum because time period is given as 2 years, 73 days. Okay. Time period is given as 2 years, 73 days. First, what I'll do, you need to calculate for 2 years, 73 days. I'll calculate accumulated amount for 2 years. I'll calculate accumulated amount for 2 years. Then I'll calculate compound interest for 73 days. I'll get the total accumulated amount. Accumulated amount minus principal will give you compound interest. Let me show you. 20,000 is the principal. 20,480 is the principal. Plus 6.25%. Plus 6.25%, I'll get accumulated amount for 2 years. 2480 in your calculator plus 6.25% plus 6.25%. 23,120. Now, interest for 73 days. 23,120 into 6.25% into 73 days divided by 365 days. Be careful, this 6.25%, what is there interest, that's for a whole year. But you are supposed to charge only for 73 days. 23,120 into 6.25% into 73 whole divided by 365. You will get interest as 289. Accumulated amount for 2 years is 23,120. Interest is 289. So accumulated amount for 2 years, 73 days will be 23,120 plus 289. 23,409. Okay. But if you see, my dear friends, principal is given, accumulated amount is given. what he's asking? He's asking you to calculate compound interest. How will you get compound interest? Simply accumulated amount minus principal. 23,409 minus 24,880. 2,929. Accumulated amount minus principal. Compound interest 2,929. Let me mark it. 2,929. Okay. So I hope, my dear friends, compound interest is clear. It was very simple. There was nothing much difficulty in compound interest. It was a very simple topic, compound interest. Okay. Now let's proceed further, my dear friends. We have a concept called as depreciation. But I don't want to touch this depreciation concept now because I don't like depreciation. 9, 10, 11 we'll do later on. Pakka we will do. We'll not leave. Only 3 sums are there. No, 9, 10, 11. Let's not leave. We'll do it. The time is there to do it. So 9, 10, 11, I'll keep it halt for a while. Now what I'll do is that I will do sums on difference between simple interest and compound interest. I don't know why ICI loves this concept so much that when I was seeing the previous year questions, I can take 15 to 20 questions only on this concept. I don't know what love that fellow has on these sums. Might be he likes this sum so much. However, I gave you only 21, 22 to 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I gave you only 5 sums. However, these 5 sums, make sure that they cover the entire concept of difference between SI and CI. Okay. Let me drink some water. You people also, when you're studying, make sure that you keep one water bottle beside, that you don't go again and again and again. So let's start, my dear friends. Let's keep the heading. Difference between simple interest and compound interest. What is the formula for simple interest, my dear friends? Formula for simple interest is Peter by 100. Formula for compound interest, P into 1 plus I whole power n minus P. Or else you can even write it like this. If you don't want to write like this, accumulated amount minus principal, P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1. Okay. Now, what is the difference between SI and CI? If you see for the first year, my dear friends, always remember compound interest will be greater than simple interest. That's the reason I said in older days, Britishers used to extract the money from us. Compound interest for first year minus simple interest for first year will always be equal to 0. So I can say for first year, there is no difference between CI and SI. Let's do it for the first 2 years. Compound interest for 2 years minus simple interest for 2 years. What is the compound interest formula? P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 minus PTR by 100. So let me take P, 1 plus I whole power n, 1 plus I whole square minus 1 minus P into T, I am writing it as n, R by 100, I am writing it as I. So P into, what is 1 plus I whole square, my dear friends? 1 plus I square plus 2I. A square plus B square plus 2AB minus 1 minus NPI. 1 gets cancelled. Now P into N is I square, pi square plus 2PI minus, time period is how many years? 2 years, right? Time period 2 years, 2 years, 2PI. 2PI cancel. So you are left with pi square. So difference between compound interest and simple interest for 1 year is 0. For first 2 years, my dear friends, it is pi square. In the same way for the first 3 years, if you want, you can apply the formula and you can calculate. For the first 3 years, it will be pi square into I plus 3, not pi cube. Okay, it will be pi square into I plus 3. Sir, for more than 3 years, It can be for any number of years. What is the formula for compound interest? P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1. What is the formula for simple interest? PTR by 100. Let me take P common here. 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 minus P I have taken common. So what is left? T I am writing it as n. R by 100 I am writing it as I. So P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 minus n into I. So this is for 3 years, Pi square into I plus 3. This is for n number of years. So simply, my dear friends, difference between SI and CI, for the first year, it's going to be 0. For first 2 years, Pi square. For first 3 years, Pi square into I plus 3. For more than 3 years, P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 minus n into I. The most frequently asked question, I don't know why that fellow likes this question so much. He might be a fan of these questions. Chalo, sir. Let's do it. Let's do it. See this question number 20. Difference between compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum for 2 years. For 2 years, what is the formula? Pi square is 10% per annum is 10. The difference between CI and SI, okay, he's telling Pi square is equals to 10. He's asking find the principal. So P into R is 10%, my dear friends. So I will be 0.1. So P into 0.1 whole square is equals to 10. Cross multiply karo. P is equals to 10 divided by 0.1 whole square. What is 10 divided by 0.1 equal to symbol 2 times? 1000. Simple, sir? Yes, sir, simple. What is there, sir? Much difficulty in this? It's very simple sum. The difference between compound interest and simple interest for 2 years is given as 10 rupees. So what will be principal? Principal will simply be 1000. Now, let's go for the question number 21, my dear friends. The difference between SI and CI is 72 at 12% for 2 years. Calculate the amount. Again, same thing. What is the formula for 2 years? Pi square is equals to 72. P is equals to 72 divided by I square. Rate of interest is 12%. R is equals to 12%. So obviously, sir, I is equal to 0.12. R by 100. So 72 divided by 0.12 whole square. 72 whole divided by 0.12 equal to symbol 2 times 5,000 rupees. Okay. So simple point, nothing much difficulty in 21. Let's do 22, 23. The difference between simple interest and compound interest at 10% per annum for 4 years on rupees 10,000. He's asking difference between SI and CI for 4 years on rupees 10,000. Let's do it. Let's apply the formula. For 1 year, 0. 2 years, Pi square. For 3 years, Pi square into I plus 3. For 4 years, we have developed one formula, right? P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 minus n into I. Let's apply the same thing. Let's apply the beauty thing. Question number 22. Let's start. No thinking. Direct attack. Where is this? Yeah, it's over here. He's telling difference between compound interest and simple interest at 10% per annum. I is equal to 0.1. Time period is 4 years. So what's the formula? Just now we developed. P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 minus n into I. So P into 1.1 whole power 4 minus 1 minus 4 into 0.1. So P into 1.1 whole square. 1.1 into 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.4641 minus 1 minus 0.4. P, how much he gave, my dear friends? P is given as 10,000, which is 0. Minus 1 minus 0.4. 0.0641. So simply resultant is 641. Simple sum, sir. Very simple. What is difficult in this? Very, very simple. Straightforward formula application. P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 minus n into I. People say compound interest is difficult. They don't understand. It is very simple. Even life is also very simple. 641. Before doing 23, let's do 24. Because 24 is more simple. 23 is like a complicated girlfriend. Now, question number 24. The difference between compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum for 3 years at 5% per annum is 76.25. Find the sum. Difference amount is given. How will you calculate difference amount, my dear friends? Simply P into 1 plus I, Pi square into 3 plus I, right? Or I plus 3, anything it's fine. Pi square into I plus 3 is equal to 76.25. R is 5%, I is 0.05. So P into 0.05 whole square into 3.05 is equal to 76.25. Therefore, P is equal to 76.25 whole divided by 0.05 whole square into 3.05. Let's do it in the calculator. First, take 76.25 in the calculator, divided by 0.05, divided by 0.05, divided by 3.05. Simple, sir. Answer is 10,000. So what's the answer, my dear friends? Answer is simply equals to 10,000. There's nothing much difficulty. Very simple to solve. Next, question number 23. The difference between SI and CI on a certain sum for 3 years at 5% per annum is 28.75. Okay, the compound interest on a sum for 2 years at 5%. Two things he's asking, my dear friends. Difference he gave, and he's asking compound interest after calculating the principal also. That's the reason I said it's a bit complicated, girlfriend. Let's do this complicated girlfriend. Question number 23. You should learn handling everything, or else they will handle you. Let's start question number 23. The difference between SI and CI at a certain sum of money for 3 years at 5% is 228.75. Difference between compound interest for 3 years and simple interest for 3 years is 228.75. What he's telling, what is the formula? Pi square into I plus 3 is equals to 228.75. Sir, what the hell is this I? What is this I? I means I, sir, not you. 5%. So P into 0.05 whole square into 3.05 is equals to 228.75. So cross multiplication, P is equals to 228.75 divided by 0.05 whole square into 3.05. Let's apply this. 228.75 divided by 0.05 divided by 3.05. Simply, sir, answer is 30,000. But be careful, this is not what he is asking. He is asking you compound interest for 2 years. Principal is not what he is asking. Compound interest for 2 years. So what is the compound interest formula? P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1. This is the compound interest formula. 30,000 into 1.05 whole square minus 1. Sir, why 1.05 whole square? Simple, my dear friends. Rate of interest is 5%. He said that. 1.05 whole square. 30,000 into 1.1025 minus 1. Which is equals to 3075. Simple, sir. Simple question. Nothing much difficulty. I hope it's fine. You will be in a position to solve in the examination if they come. Because they are most repeated questions in the examination. So what is the answer? 3075. Let's mark 3075. Now, so if you see, my dear friends, we completed difference between SI and CI. There is nothing much difficulty here. Next, what you have, sir? Next, we are having depreciation. We are having compounding times. We are having present value, effective rate of interest. We are having that's what we call NPV computation. If that is done, our compound interest will be done. Let's proceed further.